Here to stay, aren't they?
I don't expect the level of prices to go down, but the rate of inflation.
So they're here to stay.
Well, some prices will be higher than they were before the pandemic and will stay higher, but wages.
Welcome back to Congress Unpacked, where we bring you the moments that matter from Capitol Hill. Today's Senate hearing put Senator John Kennedy face to face with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, and it was a tense exchange that mirrored the frustration echoing across the country. With prices still soaring and family budgets under pressure, Kennedy challenged Yellen on why the administration keeps insisting the economy is on the upswing when most Americans are feeling the opposite. Groceries, gas, housing, everything costs more. Yet Washington continues to say it's all under control, even as the financial strain grows harder to ignore. Kennedy opened with his trademark Southern charm, calling Yellen what cool looks like. But the compliment didn't last long. He quickly pivoted to his real message, saying, defending Bidenomics is like defending a fungal infection. His point was sharp. Under this economy, Americans are paying more just to live worse.
Madam Secretary, I've watched you for years, even before I came to Washington. And
Excuse me, Bob. It's okay.
when I have time, I do. I enjoy reading your speeches. I think you're what cool looks like. You're a good sport to go out every day and try to defend Bidenomics. It's like trying to defend a fungal infection. Bidenomics is really just paying more to live worse, isn't it?
I certainly wouldn't agree with that characterization. Bidenomics first tried to address the pain that households were experiencing because of the pandemic and to help them survive it. Small businesses, households, people who had lost their jobs, to prevent the kind of scarring we saw after the financial crisis. And as the economy began to recover, and we quickly, of all advanced countries that experienced the pandemic, no country has done better than the United States in quickly having a labor market recovery, resuming growth, and we have the largest real wage increases of any advanced country. And then medium term, Bidenomics is focused on helping middle-class families lead better lives, address the problems that they have.
Yellen tried to push back, talking about job growth and wage gains, but Kennedy wasn't having it. He asked the question everybody's been thinking. These high prices are here to stay, aren't they? Yellen blamed the pandemic, supply chains, all that. But Kennedy pressed again. Finally, Yellen said the quiet part out loud. Prices aren't going back down. Inflation might ease, but those higher costs, they're here to stay.
Create jobs
Could I
in
interrupt
areas.
you, Madam Secretary, because I've only got 5 minutes. Good try. These high prices are here to stay, aren't they? Let me amend that, Madam Secretary. These high prices caused by Bidenomics are here to stay, aren't they?
Well, the high prices were not caused by Bidenomics. We suffered a pandemic that resulted in severe dislocations.
Yes, ma'am, but if I could ask you, they're here to stay, aren't they?
I don't expect the level of prices to go down, but the rate of inflation.
So they're here to stay.
Well, some prices will be higher than they were before the pandemic and will stay higher, but wages have risen considerably, and the pace of price increases has now receded. Over the last 6 months, the measure of inflation the Fed focuses on has been running exactly at.
But
It was a rare moment of honesty that hit harder than any economic chart ever could. Kennedy broke it down. There's a difference between disinflation, prices rising slower, and deflation, when prices actually fall. Washington may be celebrating a slowdown, but Senator Kennedy wasn't buying it. He came armed with the numbers: bacon up 20%, chicken 23%, coffee 30%, gas 44%, and used cars 24%. People are getting really good at barely getting by. He said, "That's Bidenomics." Yellen pushed back, insisting wages are higher and Americans are better off than in 2019. But Kennedy wasn't letting that slide. He fired back that wages haven't kept pace with rising costs, and families are still being squeezed.
If your wages, if
and
you
wages are going
don't,
up.
if you don't get a pay raise, you're screwed. I mean, there's a difference between disinflation and deflation. Y'all talk about disinflation, which I'm happy to have. Disinflation means inflation is going down. It means prices are rising less rapidly than they were. But that's a far cry from deflation, which means the level of these high prices caused by Bidenomics are here to stay. Here's what Jay Powell just said on February 4th. He said, he was asked the question, inflation is one thing, prices are another, and I wonder if there's any reason to believe that people will see the prices of things decline. And here's what Chairman Powell said. So the prices of some things will decline, others will go up, but we don't expect to see a decline in the overall price level. That doesn't tend to happen in economies, except in very negative circumstances. He's talking about a recession. It'll take a recession to get these prices down.
Well, we don't have to get the prices down
We
because
don't?
wages are going up, and a metric that is worth knowing is that the median American house worker
But let me stop you
is
because I'm going
able
to get cut
to
off.
buy
You don't
the-
think we need to get these prices down? You think it's okay that bacon's up 20% under President Biden? Chicken's up 23.5%. Coffee's up 30%. Gas is up 44%. New cars and trucks are up 20% because people can't afford that's used cars because people can't afford a new car. They're up 24% under Bidenomics. You don't think we need to get these prices?
wages are also up, and wages are up
They're
more.
not up 24%. They're not
Well-
up 27%. They're not up 23. They're not
Well,
up
I'm
31.
sorry, but what is
People are really getting
what-
good at barely getting by because of Bidenomics.
Look, American households have many pressures on their budgets, and President Biden is devoted to doing what we can as an administration, whether it's health care costs, insulin copays, energy costs, to getting these prices down and to helping American households afford a decent middle-class life. But what is true is that the median worker in the United States, if you compare today with 2019, can buy the same basket of goods with $1,400 left over to save or spend. So Americans, on average, are better off in spite of the fact that the level of prices is higher.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy.
Good try,
And
madam.
Senator Menendez, New
Thank
Jersey is recognized.
If you're tired of Washington pretending everything's fine, like, comment, and hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because here on Congress Unpacked, we break down what really happens behind those polished talking points.